I'm Ebrar, and I've been living in United States for 19 years. I work as a career coach at Vice Carter, and we have a new team start soon in November 6th. So today we want to give some information to our followers.
My name is Resul. I used to be a physics teacher at back home, and I taught physics over 18 years. Then I decided to come to Canada. When I arrived, I was thinking that I could be a physics teacher, but then I realized that in United States and in Canada, IT business is really popular, and I decided to change my major, and I got my advanced diploma related to this IT business. I discovered there is a Salesforce, and there is a really huge demand on that.
So why Salesforce is so famous on those days?
First of all, all companies, they want to sell products. Salesforce main focus is to track customers. And Salesforce was the first company who started this business. They gained in just United States over 200,000 new customers, which means there was a really huge demand on Salesforce. If our friends wants to learn about Salesforce, they should check job postings. There is a really huge demand on that. They make really good money. Because of this, Salesforce become really popular, especially for 2 years, and they predict that in 2026 there will be over 9 million new jobs. Their motto was less code, which means you don't need to learn all coding languages.
Especially the flexible structure of Salesforce that can be applied like banks and schools or like hospitals or in any business. That's pretty good advantage. And we have one-on-one mentoring. We actually do mock interview for them. So we ask them question, if they answer, we give them advice. This is the company expectation. We ask them to create a video for each question and record themselves and post it. So we also give professional feedback to their videos, so improve their soft skills also before the real interview. And they will do project, and they will have lots of things to prepare the resume and to use in the interviews.
Our friends learn lecture in the class. They don't need to, make lots of research about what we have learned. This makes us really, I will say, successful, and we're really glad to help them. When they want to apply for a job, in technical interview, we have two kinds of interview. One of them is called soft skill, which means, are you able to work in a team? They are looking for that first part, and this is really important, especially in Canada and in United States. It's really important because you have to have ability to work in a team. And the second part is technical interview. They will ask some questions about how to code, how to write triggers or something like that. My job, my duty is to teach them how to code. This is the first thing. I will say 100% sure. If they participate our sessions, if they work 3 hours a day for just Salesforce, at the end of 6 months, they will be ready for business. After 6 months, they will have an internship, real work environment. They will use Jira, they will use lots of GitHub and Agile methodology, and they will, get used to work environment, which means they will be ready for working. But other than this, this is our job, to prepare them to real life. I highly recommend our friends that they should make their own research.
So we basically have 4 days classes during the week, and also weekend classes. The weekdays we have Turkish classes, and then we have English classes for the same topic on the same day. There's another question asking about coding background needed to be able to start this Salesforce developer course?
Definitely not. As I said, I was a physics teacher when I came to Canada, and then I got my degree. Then I learned Salesforce, and I know at least, let's say, maybe more than 30 of my friends, they don't have any background related to IT business, but they started to learn Salesforce, and now They are working in really good companies. I know them. Because of this, they don't need an IT background. I learned how to code, and I'm a full stack developer meantime. But in other languages, you have to know everything. But in Salesforce, they say that we need low code, which means they have already created lots of things. They don't need to learn all the languages in advance. They need to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I would easily say that basic HTML, basic CSS, that's enough. And maybe I would say intermediate level JavaScript and intermediate level Apex, which is a sibling of Java, that's way more than enough. They will be really good developer.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you so much for all those information. I'm sure that's so helpful. One more question for you. Do you want to tell us something about the internship program?
Yeah, this is really crucial. When they apply for a job, most likely they will be asked that if they have any experience. In experience means, did you work in a project? They should say that now I have completed a whole project, which means you should know everything related to that project. This is the first thing. And the second, in real work environment, they have to use Jira, they have to use GitHub, and they should know agile methodology, which means nobody wants to, educate their Salesforce team. They should say that now, especially companies, they want somehow educated developers, and they will say that now, if you have the basics about everything, then they will say that now, this is our project, you should learn this part. Our students, our friends, they need a real life experience. In our interview program, if there is a best practice, which is really important, you learn how to code, but there are some ways which is called best practice. You should write your code short and understandable, readable code. These are important. And Mr. Erkin teach all these things, which means in a month, I would easily say that our friends will have at least 6 months work environment experience, which is really important. After that, they can easily say that, yes, I have finished a project and my project was like this. I had this experience. I know how to use Jira. I know how to use GitHub and agile methodology, everything.
Yeah, that's great. So they will be able to attend the 6 months course and then 1 month mentorship. So total in 7 months, they will actually have lots of experience to be able to find a job as a Salesforce developer or Salesforce admin, which is great. So thank you so much for all the information. I think we already covered most of the topics. Mock interviews, we talk about our mentoring programs, one-on-one professional mentoring, we talk about internship, we talk about our 6 months course. Yeah, that will start in November 6th. So if anybody wants to register for this course, they should register as soon as possible so they can get of early registration discount, and they can also start attending warm-up sessions. There will be some warm-up sessions before the course is started to get to know each other, and you will be able to communicate with the mentors and get more information about the course. So yeah, thank you so much for the participation. I answer all.
But I want to remind that they should check if their ability is enough to learn Salesforce. And because of this, we give 1 month free course for our friends. If they want, they can participate that place, and they can easily reach our resources, and they can join our sessions, and they can learn what is Salesforce, especially for admin part. If they say that now it's really useful for me and I can do this will be really good job, then they can decide and they can enroll. Because of this, I highly recommend our friends that we have a free class. Please come and see what is Salesforce. Then they will understand. As you mentioned, we have 2 different classes. In the morning, we have Turkish sessions, and in the afternoon, we have English sessions. Whichever they want, they can come, and we will be glad if we see all our friends with us.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. So yeah, they can attend the class for a month with no cost and see if they like it. Yeah, they can test themselves. We don't want to have a student who doesn't like it. We want to know if students like it, and we will be able to help them. Because if students doesn't want to get help, doesn't want to learn it, there's nothing we can do, right?
Nobody can do anything. The first thing, especially in Western countries, if you love your job, you will think that no, I'm not working. It's some kind of hobby you are making. Like me, I really love teaching. Because of this, teaching is not difficult for me. I love it. I don't feel that I am tired after our 3 hour session. I feel that, oh, I need more because I love it. This is the main thing. They should love their job. And IT is really nice and they make really good money. This is really beneficial for them. I highly recommend them.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.